Hello everyone, and welcome to our next episode of Bren, that's me, plays Kerbal Space Program. Where we last left off, we had built this wonderful rocket. We went through the paces of making sure our staging was somewhat correct, hoping, beyond hope, that we actually had this thing situated. We want to disable mech chip so that it would look neat. Um, Now that I've kind of got in here and I realized we haven't put lights on our satellite. So we definitely want it to look pretty on the dark side of the planet. So let's get up here and add some lights to it. So, oh yeah, we also haven't added RCS to the actual ship in and of itself. So that we also need to do. So we do need to come down here and probably pick this piece up here. Yep, and let's just go for a couple inline. Inline RCS. Boom. So that's gonna lower our thrust to weight ratio just a tiny bit, but that's okay. And then we just add in some wonderful little thrusters. Why are they so tiny? They're not the ones I used last time, were they? There we go. That's better. Yeah. Let's yeah. And let's just make sure we have those set on 4s, yeah. Okay, so that gets us our RCS in there. We've added that in, that's fine. Now let's come up here and go Omni. Got caps lock on, look at that. So that gets us Omni. That's a small Omni, and that's a large Omni. Oh, they look good. Okay. I'm a sucker for wanting lights on my ships. Because I want them. I want them to light up. I want to be able to see them at night. I want to be able to see what they look like. I think that that's important. Right? Don't you? I think it would be important to be able to be able to look at your ship and say, yeah, it looks good. Mech chip. We want to disable mech chip on there again too. Okay, so yeah, like look at that. Lights on. Like, where's my light here? There it is. Yeah, like this is gonna look nice and bright. Yeah, 0.6. Yeah, see, that's all nice and lit up. Lights off. Lights off. Lights off. There we go. Look at that. That's fantastic. Okay, let's give that a save. GeoSat 1 is now saved. So now the question comes down to surface-mounted Omni. Like, see that one there also could look neat too. All directions, useful for self-illumination. Okay. Oh wait, is that per minute? Per minute. Per minute. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm gonna produce way more power than these things are gonna draw. The glory of LED. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I take a drink of coffee, and I think it is now time to launch this, and let's see how it goes. We have all of our RCS in place, we have all of our rockets in place, everything looks like it is ready to go. Let's see, let's see if it's going to hold up. To the launch pad. Save. To the launch pad. Okay, moment of truth here, everyone. Moment of truth. Will this thing hold up, or will it topple over? Or will my game crash? There's only one way to find out. Well, we're here. T. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, God. Wow. Let's revert that flight. Back to the vehicle assembly bay. Oh, God. So, I'm personally thinking this thing might need a little bit of struts onto it. Let's go back and see if we can shore this up a little bit. Structural. Where are those clamps? Oh, there they are. Launch stability clamps. Look at that. And we want to make her... Yeah, there we go. Yeah. And we'll save that. Okay, let's try that one more time, shall we? Oops. Well, poor Jebediah. He was definitely in for a tumble on that one. So let's see. Okay. We've definitely stabilized it this time. Okay, are we ready? We are going to lift off with these engines here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Seriously? I thought these were supposed to release their clamps. Uh-oh. 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 What the hell happened there? Wow. Okay, let's revert that back to the vehicle assembly. I don't know what happened. Um, why didn't it launch? I think it was the whole ship itself was too low on the clamps. That's probably what it was. So these, if I remember correctly, should release during the launch, right? They're not supposed to keep a hold of me. And actually, as soon as the engine... Okay. Well, I think... Well, let's try it again. Now that re-step a little bit. Let's see if it'll launch this time. Third time's the charm, right, everyone? Go figure that the first satellite you launch doesn't wanna go. Okay, so we got RT, RT, good. We got full thrusters. We're gonna back off it here, and we're gonna go with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift off. Is it too heavy? It's too heavy. It's not going anywhere. I'd never seen a spaceship wobble this much. Look at that. Wow, this thing's got a lot of lean to it. It's got a lot of give. This might be the reason why Canada doesn't have a space agency. Look at that. Look at the lean in that. I got her stuck. She's not going anywhere. I think what I need is more powerful engines on the bottom of this. Obviously swivels are not doing it for the launch, right? Well, that's stuck there. Let's revert back to vehicle assembly. So we are now at a point where I'd have to say our rockets, our engines are not sufficient to get us off the ground. So we're gonna have to come up with something a little different to get us up there. So we need to come up with a different engine is what we need to do now. So let's see, what engine can we do? We need something different. The swivel was one thing that we did, but we need something bigger, something better. Engines, what can we do? Is there something that we can put on that might scale down? Let's see. That's just too big. First off, before we do anything, we gotta get in here. Get angled on this thing. So we got a swivel. We need something that's gonna be a bit more. So a swivel gives us what? I think it was, that's a Wildcat, that's 230. Yeah, 1 point. Where was the swivel? We gotta find it. Swivel is 167 is what that has. Maverick, actually the Maverick is the right size. No, it isn't. Yeah, so that Maverick now doesn't look like it has enough thrust to do it. Because that Maverick, yeah, it's not going to work, I think. Yeah, now with that, my stage. Okay. Even then, now I only have a thrust to weight ratio of 1.3, and I think that's only because I got a scaled down Maverick, which I don't think is going to work. So at sea level is where we need it. Let's see, so a lot of these ones that do a bit more thrust at sea level are a way bigger. Yeah, see, that only does 69. That does 118, 118. Reliant. The Reliant might do it, actually. Yeah, so the Reliant has a bit more thrust to it. There we go. Let's see here. Okay, so 6 Reliance gives us 1.24. So Reliant is... Where was that? Reliant. Reliant gives us a 205, which is okay, but if there was something a little bit more at sea level powerful, we'd probably want to go for it. Do we have something? That's interesting. What is that? That's an RD-120. Outputs electrical charge. It uses liquid fuel and oxidizer as gimbal, sorry. That has a lot more torque to it. That's a real engine. Okay, so now I have now I have 4.7 to get this thing off the ground. Now the swivel, so what does this do? In a vacuum that does a bit better, so why don't we take these off here. Take these. Yeah, see, they're way too big to go on there. So in vacuum, these ones should be sufficient, I think. Just because of the way they work. Okay, so we got that situated. We're 20 minutes in and we've done nothing but blow this bloody thing up. Alright, so we got some big ass engines on the bottom there now. Our hope is now this thing will lift off the ground. So we saved GeoSat 1 with the amount of weight, but look at this, we got a massive, but we only got a 44-second burn time. So let's hope to God this thing gets itself up high enough, fast enough, because afterwards we only got a 1 minute burn time for the rest of this. Well then, there's only one way to find out, eh? Let's launch her. So, mental note, thrust weight ratio of 1.1 does not cut it for lifting this sucker off the ground. Okay, launch GeoSat 1, take 4. RCS, SAS is on. Full power to thrusters. And let's hope these clamps release in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off. They didn't release. Yeah, we're gonna have to revert this. Yeah, so these... Oh no, we crashed. Okay, let's go back and reload the game. My apologies. One moment, please. Hello, we're back after a minor interruption in the game with that crash. I've come to the conclusion that these clamps are not going to work at all for me. Let's see if there's any other clamps in the game that we have. So those are the launch stability enhancers. So let's go. Let's go launch. Let's see if there's anything for that. Kickback now. Let's see, those are the only ones in there. And I don't want to use them because they obviously are not functioning the way I want them to. So what we're going to do is, we know this thing is heavy, so we are going to quickly full throttle launch it and see if it will stay straight, and then we'll enable everything as we go up. So are we ready? Okay, there's going to be no countdown. This is going to be a quick jump in and launch. Are we ready? Okay, let's see what we can do. Wait for it to respond. Okay, up we went. Oh no! Oh, oh God. Um, so that didn't work. Um, let's try that again. Wow, this is not at all progressing well for me. I'm starting to realize that. So, we need, what are they called here? Struts. I think I spelled that right. Yeah, so we need something that's land and strut. SN structural. Long overdue redesign of the unimportant strut. Okay. So if you are an all-important strut, then you know what? Okay. I'm just trying to see if I can't get this thing to kind of lock itself in place, if you will. So it doesn't wobble like mad. I'm hoping that these will do the trick. Okay. Because those are the weak spots right there. These are structural bend points there and there. So hopefully this will lock it in place. So let's save it. Now let's launch it. Okay. Full throttle launch, and then we'll turn on RCS everything afterwards. Okay, fingers crossed. I just have to make a... Oh, they worked. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. What the hell? We might have a problem. Gentlemen, you are not on a good course right now. No, you are not on a good course at all. You didn't blow up. You bounced. Oh, and now you blew up. Well then, let's revert that flight. Now, what I think happened there was I think it's because we have gimbal enabled on the bottom engines. Let's go and turn that gimbal off so that it doesn't try and counterbalance itself. And I think that will do the trick. Lock, yeah. So they should all now be locked. We don't want them to gimbal around, if you will. But we do want to come back here for those struts that we searched for not too long ago. Boom. And we want to just okay, we gotta get right in there, I think. No. There. That should help, I think. Come on. No. There we go. That's how you do her. Get her in like that, and then strut her across. Okay. So, now that we turned off the gimbal, and we strutted those in better, let's try this again. Like I said, 15 times it's a charm, right? But with that, unfortunately, we have hit our time. So we're going to have to wait till next episode to find out if we've now succeeded in fixing this rocket. Unfortunately, I'm sorry it's a cliffhanger, but no one's going to watch this thing if I make it 50 odd minutes long. So until next time, thank you again for watching, and we'll see you in episode 4 when we find out whether or not the trials and errors of GeoSat 1 are now successfully fixed. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next episode. Bye now.